Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by BASF, where you can count on the trusted performance of Allevo seed treatment to protect your soybean crop. Powered by soy biodiesel, tomorrow I'll be heading to the Hancock County Fair. We'll be there all thanks to Nutrient Ag Solutions and the Hancock County Farm Bureau. Oil future prices rose Monday amid expectations of tight supplies driven by potential sanctions on Russian crude trade as talks to reach a Russian-Ukraine ceasefire have stalled. The bullish sentiment was supported by recent comments from the Federal Reserve Bank Chairman Jerome Powell, signaling a return to interest rate cuts perhaps as early as the next FOMC meeting in September. While interest rate cuts typically lead to higher oil demand, it was sluggish economic growth rather than low inflation, prompting Powell to consider this step. Keeping gains in check, oil has been trading in a narrow range since early August as traders are awaiting more clarity on U.S. policy with Russia. The push and pull on the oil prices hasn't been entirely driven by geopolitical considerations. Macroeconomic indicators and low oil inventories across the OECD have been pointing to healthier than expected near-term demand, but supply growth is set to rapidly outpace demand growth over the coming months, with most market observers expecting a surplus by year-end. The Bureau of Economic Analysis is set to release its second PCE price index estimate for the second quarter, as well as the second estimate for Q2 GDP growth. The PCE price index serves as the Federal Reserve's preferred inflation metric and will provide more insight into future FOMC policy. Today's weather brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. Here's the forecast.
We're watching a frontal boundary sag southward out of Ontario through Michigan late this afternoon, evening, and overnight tonight. That front will make its presence known in Ohio through tomorrow, particularly looking at the midday, afternoon, and early evening hours. I'm not going to rule out scattered showers over the region, but I think they're mostly minor. A few hundredths to a few tenths, less than half an inch, I would say, in all areas. And the predominant areas of precipitation are going to be I-70 northward. Then we get into the weekend, the long holiday weekend, Friday through next Monday. And guess what? This frontal boundary is ushering down a reinforcing shot of cool Canadian air. So we are going to be below normal on temperatures all weekend long. A very good opportunity to be outside. Pleasant weather conditions. Then for next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, we see a big shift in temperatures to the upside on southwest flow before another frontal boundary tries to work through the eastern Corn Belt next Thursday. That one could end up with 80 to 90% coverage across Ohio, with rain totals anywhere from a tenth to 3/4 of an inch. I'm meteorologist Ryan Martin.
And thanks, Ryan. Back with more after this.
When you're buying seed, there's more to a transaction than money. You're exchanging time and trust, hoping each decision adds up at harvest. Seed consultant sales professionals don't take that lightly. With products made to excel in the Eastern Corn Belt and agronomic knowledge that stands up to the test, we're all about the same things you are: reliability and results. Buy into a better seed experience. Visit seedconsultants.com to view our corn and soybean lineup.
Over the weekend, news broke from the CDC that a person who was traveling abroad and then to Maryland contracted New World screwworm, which is why the cattle complex traded in such a tumultuous manner initially Monday. Thankfully, by the day's end, traders were able to regather their thoughts and allowed the market to regain much of the position that was initially thrown away at the day's start. Time now for the midday market analysis provided by Leist Mercantile and sponsored by Brandt, helping growers take control for over 70 years.
This is Ryan Metzger with Leist Mercantile, providing you with your USDA Crop Progress Report update for the week ending August 24th. The USDA reported that national corn good to excellence held steady at 71%, with 83% of the corn crop entering the dough phase and 44% showing dented. In Ohio, the corn crop is rated good to excellent at 63%, with 87% of the corn crop entering the dough phase and 35% showing dented. National soybean good to excellent stayed at 69%, with 89% of the crop nationally setting pods and 4% starting to drop leaves. In Ohio, the soy Good to Excellence was rated 62% Good to Excellent, with 92% of the crop setting pods and no signs of dropping leaves just yet. Please visit our website at lifemercantile.com to learn more about our grain marketing program and crop insurance services.
And thanks, Ryan. Today's market is brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. September corn up 1/4 cent, 3.89 1/2. December down 1.5 at 4.10 3/4. September beans up 1/4 cent, 10.25 3/4. November down 3/4 at 10.47. September wheat's up 3 at 5.09 3/4. December up 2 at 5.31 3/4. August cattle up 87 at 241.10. October lean hogs up 62 at 92.02. And September feeder cattle up $2.07 at $363.97. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day, everyone. I'm Dale Minyo. This is the Ohio AgNet.